Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Minister of Conservation and asks, does she think the Department of Conservation should have an advocacy role for conservation at any public forum or any statutory planning process?
Honourable Kate Wilkinson.
Mr Speaker, thank you, Mr Speaker. The Department should and does have an advocacy role, and this is generally provided for in Section 6, subsection B of the Conservation Act 1987, namely, quote, to advocate the conservation of natural and historic resources generally, unquote.
Chauvel.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. Given that, as of her press conference with Jerry Brownlee 8 days ago, the Minister of Energy and Resources can decide if diggers will be allowed on Schedule 4 land, isn't the reality that she now has no control of her portfolio?
The Honourable Kate
Mr Speaker, no.
Being rolled by
Charles Chauvel.
Does she share the concerns of the Parliamentary Commissioner for the Environment on Radio New Zealand yesterday about the adequacy of the consultation process over mining Schedule 4 land? And does she agree with the Commissioner that sharing her decision-making power with the Minister of Energy is like letting the Minister of Forestry decide whether to cut down trees in national parks?
Honourable Kate Wilkinson.
Mr Speaker, access to the conservation estate cannot occur without the Minister of Conservation's signature. It cannot occur now, and it will not occur in the future. The question of access, however, is addressed in the discussion paper. It is a discussion paper, and I suggest if that member has any concerns that he actually makes a submission on the consultation paper. Submissions close on Tuesday, May the 4th at 5 p.m.
Charles Chauvel.
Will she advocate for the hundreds of people who rallied in front of this House at lunchtime to send her a message that once land has Schedule 4 protection, it is not up for trading to her more powerful caucus colleagues?
Mr Speaker, I've already had a delegation from that protest march in my office straight after, and I've suggested to them, as I suggest to that member, that this is a discussion paper and that their input is welcome.
Charles Chauvel.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. Will she advocate for the 1.5 million residents of the Auckland region who have no immediate access to a national park? And did she advocate against mining Great Barrier and the Coromandel on their behalf, rather than simply doing as she was told by her higher-ranked Cabinet colleagues?
The Honourable Kate Wilkinson.
Mr Speaker, I'm not quite sure whether that member understands English or not, but this is a discussion paper. Submissions close on the 4th of May.
Point of order. I don't believe I'll hear the member. First it was the Honourable Clayton Cosgrove.
Well, I just invite you, see you've made other rulings about terms of abuse. I just invite you to perhaps reflect on that. That wasn't an answer to the question. It was a straight question, and it received a barrage of abuse from that member.
Oh, that it was a straight question.
It was a straight question.
The Honourable Kate Wilkinson.
As explained, Mr Speaker, the document is a discussion paper. It is inviting submissions, and we will see those submissions when the consultation is over and make decisions accordingly, if any.
Question number 11, Colin King.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is